Ryan Garcia must pay for all the shit he's been doing and he's been saying. So that's what it is with us, man. This shit is serious.
Talk to me, and I want to get into a fight in a second. Talk to me about some of the things that have been said, been tweeted, talked about on social media by Ryan Garcia. Do you believe something's going on with him? Is he all right? Is this just an act to promote the fight in some way?
It's absolutely an act. And I don't mean to cut you off, but it's just jumping out of my mouth because I know that with everything that's on the line, we're here in New York City, and now you want to do everything or appear to be doing everything but preparing for a fighter like Devin Haney. And for that disrespect in terms of just to the sport, just the approach of, coming from the bottom to the top, that you get to the top and you get distracted by any of these small things. We're going to show you that Devin Haney is the best fighter in the world on April the 20th by the way that we destroy Ryan Garcia in a fashion that no one has done before.
Bill, I know what your answer is going to be here. What would you say to the people then who say, hey, the fight, Ryan shouldn't be allowed to fight because something's not right with him. Something's wrong with his head right now. What would you say to those people?
I just want to say 15 amateur titles that he's had. I think he has that good night Irene. He's only lost to one fighter, and that was a dehydrated Ryan Garcia. We're not at the least bit, taken back by the antics. If he can fool us, he can beat us, and we're nobody's fool. I think that's what he can do. The one thing with a constant professional like Devin, somebody that's been in the sport for this long and this focused, is you try to give us the illusion that you're not focused, that you're not serious about the fight, to give us, just that little bit will slow us down. But I'm telling you, we're motivated. New York City has motivated us. And if New York City ain't motivating you, then I don't think that you're ready for the top.
Bill, I know how much of a mentor you are to your son. And have you really worked on instilling that in him, that you've got to be focused with all of the craziness that seems to be surrounding the fight, especially obviously with Ryan's side, where most of the noise is coming from?
No, absolutely. The first part of my life was protecting him. The second part was teaching him. Now I'm in that friendship stage. So it's a give and take. I give him my honest opinion, but it's all him. I'm telling you, when he found boxing and boxing found him, it was a marriage made in heaven. And you see the best fighter in the world, and you see his approach. It's all professional, all business.
Analyze the fight, the styles of your son Devin and of Ryan, and how you see this thing actually unfolding Saturday night at Barclays, Bill.
Well, you pick the best fighter on the planet. You say the best fighter, and I say what's better than the best, and that's Devin Haney. So you're talking about an arsenal of things, an array of things. We're talking about 99 different punches that Devin has. And you'll see on Saturday what he chooses to dismantle Ryan Garcia with and what he uses to punish Ryan Garcia with. But like I said, the best ever ain't did this, so you know what this means that Devin is. And I mean undisputed. I mean 2 division. And I mean, like I said, we're in the money fight that they said was the money fight. They said that he was one of the faces of boxing. Devin did what it took to go make it happen with Oscar De La Hoya. Shout out to Oscar De La Hoya, who is proven to be a Hall of Fame promoter by putting 2 fighters in their prime and not leaving this for later on. You know what I mean? We're making it happen now. So I can't do nothing but salute Oscar for that. But his boy is going down.
It seems like, Bill, we're getting these fights more now than we were the last few years. Like, you mentioned obviously Ryan losing to Tank, but how big of a fight that was, even if it's Wilder and Tyson Fury. And it seems like we're getting the biggest fights made that all the boxing fans want. And obviously this, Devin and Ryan is another prime example of that. How good is that for the sport?
Well, that's excellent for the sport. And I can't help that I'm so elated to be in the Devin Haney business. He pioneered it. He started it off at 25 years old to be, like I said, to be undisputed, to work with all the promoters before it was fashionable. We worked with Showtime and Steven Espinosa in those early days, crossed over to Eddie Hearn and Matchroom on an app. Can you believe it? Everyone is on the app now. Everyone is on the zone. We went there when no one did. So we sparked a movement, I believe, in terms of watching boxing and covering it. Then we crossed over that pond and went to Bob Arum and Top Rank. for that ESPN exposure. But we had to go back to Eddie Hearn to get Regis Prograis to become 2 division champs. Crossed back on the over and knocked on the door to Golden Boy and Oscar De La Hoya. So to do that in 25 short years, I'll say no one has ever done it. And Devin is the new way and the face of boxing.
I want to let you go in a sec, Bill, but just talk to me for a minute, if you can, about how, just as a dad, forget, trainer, coach, and all that. I mean, how proud of you? How proud are you of your son? I mean, you get happy when your kid wins a trophy in the town competition, but your son's like the best boxer in the world. I mean, how amazing!
Hey, listen, that you just said it. I mean, how more proud can you be to have all the fighters, all the dads, all the kids in the world, and to me have one of one, the best right now, and it shows within his resume. And to come do it in New York in front of all the 5 boroughs, to be in Brooklyn, it means the world. To not just be the king of the world, but to be the king of New York City. That would have been enough.
That's big. Before I let you go, Bill, anything else you want to say? Is there a message you'd send to Ryan Garcia? Anything in general about the fight?
Listen, Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia in a few short days on April the 20th. But to all my parents, put your kids to bed or be careful of what they see, because on the 20th, Devin is being sent in there to kill Ryan Garcia.